Scores for all GMAT test takers is normally distributed with a mean of 550 with a standard deviation of 120. A researcher in the Philippines is concerned about the performance of undergraduates in the Philippines on the GMAT. She believes that the mean scores for this year's college seniors in the Philippines who are interested in pursuing graduate management education will be less than 550. She has a random sample of 250 college seniors in the Philippines interested in pursuing graduate management education. Take the GMAT. The sample data give X bar equals 532. Does this support her suspicion? So the mean, we know the actual mean, okay, for all test takers is 550. And we have this sample of 250 people whose mean score is 532. Now, obviously, that's lower than 550. The question is it low enough to make us think, oh, wow, yeah, that's an unlikely result from a random sample if in this data. So what we're going to do is look at the distribution of this, the normal sampling distribution. So we know that we have a normal distribution, and the mean is 550. We know that the sampling distribution for simple random samples we should have the same mean. The standard deviation is the population standard deviation divided by the square root of the sample size. So this is what we're looking at. This is our sampling distribution. So we've got this normal curve, and we've got our peak here at 550. And our X bar landed over here at 532. We need to know where that is, okay? It's somewhere here on the left, but if it's like close by, close to the peak, then, well, that's not surprising. But if it's far away, that is surprising, and then we'd think, oh, yes, this supports the suspicion. So we're going to compute the z-score for that mean. Okay, so 532 minus 550 over the standard deviation of 120 over the square root of 250. So we can go ahead and compute this equals 532 minus 550 divided by 120 over the square root of 250. We get negative 2.37. So equals negative 2.37. Okay, well, that's more than 2 standard deviations to the left of our mean. So 1, 2, okay, somewhere over here. And that seems pretty surprising. If we think to back to our 68, 95, 99.7 rule, we know that 95% of our observations are within 2 standard deviations, and this is beyond that. So this is a less than 5% chance of this happening. Okay, and so that tells us that yes, this mean is out of the ordinary. Okay, and so yes, this does support her suspicion that that the mean scores for this year's college seniors in the Philippines is less than 550.